It's a showtime! Hello,
Oh God.
Oh, hang on, maybe we should close that tab.
Yeah, I was opening both, and I was just like, I heard you twice, and was just like echoing through my head like crazy. That was a bad choice on my behalf.
I did the same thing, so you're not alone.
Okay.
For those who, hey, uh, this is the special Chainsaw Man episode that
Welcome to the after
I
party.
basically the episode 131 was still scheduled. You missed it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Should have read better. That's what you should go
If you look at the description, it clearly states that this was the thing for the thing that
Yeah,
is
that's
the
right.
thing.
And I will not admit that I actually turned up to this one first, and then switched over to the other one. And you probably did the same thing too. No, you didn't. You were just late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's right here.
Righto. Yeah.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So loud. So, Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man. Oh, whoops.
Well, I guess in this chapter he was Chainsaw Man.
Oh, and he was a man with a chainsaw.
Yeah. That's right.
Everyone's really holding out hope for part 3, but it's done. I don't know why you would think just because we got a part 2.
Yeah. I've been, as you know, I've been screaming for the end of this thing for a little while. I'm kind of glad it's over.
It's kind of crazy to think that it's only been 232 chapters.
No.
Part 1 was just over 100 chapters, and part 2's been a bit more.
Didn't he state that part 2 was going to be shorter? And it's ended up being longer. Pretty sure that it was meant to be shorter, and he wanted to get it sorted out quickly. And I think he just got lost.
Yeah, you reckon he ended himself into a corner?
I think he did quite a few times, actually, more than once. Because as soon as he started flashing panties, I'm just like, I think he's got himself into another corner again.
Pennies.
Yeah, look at this. Let the internet rage about this for a minute. Let me get back on with the story down here. Look, we just hit straight up. We'll talk about this chapter, which is the final chapter, which is the last chapter of Chainsaw Man. I've warned you enough.
Yeah, this is going to be spoiler filled. The whole reason this is its own video is to basically avoid all of that, and also to bank on the whole hype train of the final episode chapter thing.
Well, yeah, it is, and it is a big hype at the moment, especially after last week when everybody was left with a off-screen kill and a drop into an internal monologue of sorts, which I really enjoyed. I could see that Fujimoto has had his hands all over the past 2 chapters. Like, it's been him through and through. Like, the stuff leading up to this felt like he was phoning in a lot of stuff. He'd come in and he would draw the main characters for 5 panels and then just get his assistants to do all the backgrounds and the other stuff.
Yeah.
in between. And it just felt like he was just thinking about how he was going to close this off. And I have a feeling that we have this conclusion because of the movie. I think the Reze movie
Yeah.
sparked something in him that said he's had enough. Give him something, like anything, to make this worth it. And when it comes down to it, this was a story about Denji and understanding Denji and seeing where or how far he was willing to go to get the dream that he was after. And Pochita was basically watching him do that and giving him the means to the end at some point in some way.
And then at some point he was like, "Wow, Denji, you are broken."
And I feel like he said you clearly like being broken.
Yeah.
But the fact that he ate himself was also him saying, I have a feeling that I'm kind of the one that may have caused this. Or I was the catalyst to bring you to this point of
It
no
does kind of
no
feel
return.
like the, I guess, to some degree, everything was Pochita's fault.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, it's like none of that would, as it states, none of it would have happened if Pochita wasn't involved in anything.
the thing that kind of, okay, so I have, I like, okay, my biggest couple of issues is that I feel like it was a bit of a rushed ending. Not necessarily the whole him getting off screen or any of that, because essentially they lost. The only holy grail that they could pull out of their ass was Pochita eating himself, resetting everything back to the beginning where Denji's still got a heart condition, coughing up blood, and is in an exorbitant amount of debt to the Yakuza, missing an eye, missing a kidney, missing a testicle. Um, and I don't know, I feel like in time, tying in with what I sent you earlier, shit, where did I send it to you or the prep? Must have been to you. Um, Allegedly, because this is coming from that one video that I sent you of the dude that was really mad.
Yeah, but I don't like that guy, so I don't care.
I know. But apparently, some of the author's notes from I'm not entirely sure where, because he didn't really specify where they were from, but apparently Fujimoto has gone on record saying at some point, there are themes I want to convey, but I also create my manga in such a way that I don't convey everything, which is very on point. Fire Punch was the same.
Yeah.
Unrelated events and gag scenes, I hope will divert the awareness of the readers. Made me think, what even was that? Nothing was resolved. Wasn't everything pretty meaningless? I want Chainsaw Man to give the reader that kind of aftertaste too. And with that sort of meta commentary in context of what's happened, I feel like he has attained what sort of an ending he wanted. Because even with Pochita in the previous chapter talking to Denji through that self monologue before he eats himself, the whole the whole series, part one and part two, is a reflection on humans and humanity and how much we are, or maybe not all of us, but most of us are unsatisfied attaining what we were struggling to attain. Once we actually have that thing, we're not satisfied. And what we actually enjoy most is the struggle. That's basically Denji's whole character. So I kind of get where he was going with this. It did feel a little blindsided, and it felt like in this chapter there was a lot of, I hesitate to say fan service because that's got a weird connotation of sexualization now. But
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. He's catering to the fans.
I mean, like
Well,
having Power
that's
come
what it
back.
looks like.
Yeah, like
It
there
looks
was a
like he's
few.
catering.
There was like a few things where it was like, I mean, Denji got a happy ending.
Yeah.
But
So did Asa.
with the things, don't, we'll get to her. Um, Mainly because part two was meant to be her story, and she just got fucking yeeted at the end. Uh, Shit.
Sorry, I interrupted your train of
Um,
thought.
Damn it. Uh,
Denji's happy ending.
oh yeah. So like we got showcased some things like Denji having a happy ending, Power coming back, them having that buddy cop relationship again, Makima not being included, and it being Naruto this time around, which raises more questions. Why the fuck is it Naruto and not Makima? Where the fuck's Aki? Like, ah, I don't fully understand the decisions that were made for this final chapter. And the before I hand the mic back over to you, my final grievance, among all of them, was that Asa was reduced to background girl character A. That was probably the biggest thing that has really shit me off about the final chapter. Apart from that, I thought it was really good. And at the end of
Yeah,
the day, it doesn't change my relationship with the series as a whole. I do not understand why people are so fucking obsessed with perfect endings. A good
there's no
ending,
such thing.
having a perfect ending would be great, but it's not always attainable. Sometimes it's fumbled, but that doesn't mean that the entire journey that you've gone through from point A to point almost B uh, has been invalidated. Like I don't I don't fully understand why people let a shitty ending sour the entire experience that they've had. Like if you had an amazing experience up until that ending, you should be all like, "Oh, that was a really good meal. That last little bit that I saved at the end, that kind of sucked. It got a little cold."
Does that mean it was a
Am I
shit meal
alone?
altogether?
Yeah, like is am I
Yeah.
alone in this thought?
I Well, you're right. Like the series as a whole is a fantastic series. Full stop. You can't argue. I don't care if you want to jump up and down about the end not being the end that you wanted. Um, but
That's the specific.
I don't give a shit what you wanted, what they wanted. I got what Fujimoto gave us.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. Now um I don't know if you're familiar with the um, director's cut ending of Blade Runner. There was a
Um,
whole. There was about 3 different variations of it floating around.
Blade Runner is one of those series. Well, it's kind of like uh, franchises. That's the word I'm after.
Yeah.
That I haven't actually gotten around to sit down and fully consume yet.
Okay. So it's not a franchise. It's one movie. Um,
So you just like not including any of the other extended.
with the way they ended the first movie, it wasn't intended to have any extended universe.
Yeah.
And the original book had no defined extended universe. Like it wasn't meant to be more. It was meant to
Mm,
be a meditation on the idea of humanity and what humanity is. The the director's cut ending was left open. There was no defined, this is what happened. You were left with nothing but questions. Nothing was answered. And I feel like what Fujimoto has done here is that he's given you enough to question what's happened and also enough to make it look like it could be what you want it to be without thinking too hard. Like if we
mm.
delve into this, Denji's dead. This is his afterlife.
Well, he also pulled the whole. Hang on. Quite literally pulled the. It was all a fucking dream.
Yeah, but he did that on purpose because he knew it would fuck with people and people would hate it. Like the most hated ending of anything is, oh, that was all just a dream. People hate that shit because it's weak and pissy, and that's why he did it on the first page. He's like, ah, I'm gonna give you guys this to get angry about first up because nothing's gonna get any better. So it's and it just goes on to continue all this longing. So it's clear that he's still got all this internal longing inside him that he can't remember from his previous iteration. And I'm not quite sure how the whole reset worked because this is grown up Denji, right?
I mean, all of part one was only a year, right?
Was it? Then why does he look so fucking young in the first start of part one?
One one
I don't know.
moment.
Maybe that's just the way he drew the
It
character.
could be, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on.
Um, and you could be very, very right. So he finds himself in a position the same as he was that first time around with the zombie demon or whatever the fuck it was that eats the monsters.
Yeah,
Like
because
reset to page one, essentially.
that's the uh
Yeah,
like page
it's the,
9. That's the shack.
it's the shack. And I think his art style has just changed. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Me having a sook about that. So yeah, he's just reset it to the start, but that's not how that should have worked.
because like there's him coughing up blood. I mean, a lot more blood than he does in the last chapter, but
Yeah,
like he's
but
purposefully drawn the similarities, albeit streamlined a bit and without a chainsaw dog.
yeah, but I feel like he should be in a different position
Uh,
at this point because he doesn't have Pachita.
What do you mean? Because
Like no,
he was working
he
for
was,
them before.
but he wasn't a devil hunter. Only
Yeah, he
became a
was.
devil hunter because he got Pachita.
Are you sure about that?
Well, how the hell was he going to kill devils without Pachita?
That's a valid point. grit and determination
And
of the shonen manga.
and he got Vegeta when he was quite young. I'm pretty sure he was a lot younger when he got Vegeta in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
So realistically, we should be back here. Okay? Because this is when it started.
Mm.
So it's almost like Vegeta saw this happening and chose him to take a different path or to imbue him with the power to get past this, right? And what we're actually seeing now is the reality. Well, it is now because Vegeta doesn't exist. So I think it's all subjective. Like he's set it up so we can mess with it, so we can talk about it, so we can argue backwards and forwards and make up the decision that we want this to be. He hasn't given us a solid, definitive answer to anything and just given us a whole bunch of material to work with.
Yeah.
Which is way more fun than just going, oh, it was aliens. So I feel like it's,
and like let's be honest, the power that Denji ended up bonding with was not the same power that he met straight away, because that power was a cunt.
Yeah. And like all the way through the series, we were never actually told what Vegeta was.
Nope.
Everybody's like Chainsaw Man. And you know what? Chainsaw Man isn't a devil. People don't have fear of Chainsaw Man. They fear chainsaws, yes, but he was a chainsaw man in a very different like perspective. So I just question.
You can't take the devil's appearance. Wow. Hang on. You can't take primal devil appearances at face value because none of them look like the fear that they represent. The falling devil looks like a chef.
Yeah. It's so abstract. And it's, I guess it's designed to just do that. Like the Blood Devil.
I mean, she's a blood fiend,
or blood,
but still, yes. What's
the blood fiend then?
Well, no. She's the blood devil, but she's a fiend because she's possessing a corpse.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, so I think he's just cool. He's just very, very smartly laid down an ending that clearly went over a lot of people's heads. And I really enjoyed
ranted for like fucking over 20 minutes.
I didn't even listen to all of it.
Oh, that's fair.
I listened to like 30 seconds.
Points, but then he went off the full deep end, being all like, oh, I can't in good conscience recommend this to anybody now because this is just a big steaming pile of dog shit. I'm like, dude, you've just invalidated all other like valid criticisms you've had by chucking a fucking tantrum at this point because you didn't get the ending that you wanted.
It would have been so boring if it was just a regular ending. It would have been so not Fujimoto if it was just a bog standard ending.
Oh, the chains. I didn't twig onto the chains from the Control Devil. Forgot about that. It's been so long since like the chain motif was used.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess this is like I guess this is like the whole everyone kind of getting to have their cake and eat it too in this rendition of the world because we've got Naruto and not Makima, because the whole reason for Makima was because of Pochita, but the only reason we had Naruto was because of Pochita. So like a lot of it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm trying to just listen to the music. But also, where's Aki? Did the Gun Devil, was it still a thing? Did his family get obliterated and he sought vengeance? What happened to Kishibe?
Maybe they did.
Where was Kishibe in part 2?
This is my point, is you don't need to have all that information because it's not
I
about
do.
Kishibe. It's not about Aki. It was about Denji. And here's Denji, and here's Denji's story, and the end of it.
Well, actually, that brings me to that other point that you just mentioned. What part 2 wasn't just Denji's story. It was Asa. And she just got fucking kicked to the curb. And that actually kind of pissed me off more than anything else.
Yeah, look,
this was really cute. I will admit. I really fucking loved this. And this was a lot for her character, but they don't even mention her name once in this chapter.
No, I love how his heart has still got the little Pochita face on it. I don't think it needed to.
She just, I don't know. I don't fully understand what the point of having her as the protag for most of part 2 was then.
Yeah, that got lost. Like that, I told you, like in the second half of part 2.
They missed all the sass we gave them too.
Like in the second half of part 2, he was lost. I feel like that second half was the editors going, push it further, push it out. This is super popular. We need to keep this going. And Fujimoto wanted to end it. So he ended up shelving characters because their story ended, essentially. And dragging it out just became more and more difficult. And then we shifted focus over to Denji, and then Denji's character got drawn out, and we kept getting the same subjects and the same ideals repeated week to week to week to week, just in different settings. It just started to repeat on itself. I wish we had this chapter at like chapter 80. Man, bring it all the way back.
I feel like he kind of was just really done.
Yeah. And I like the way he's just given Denji a nice happy ending, because the dude has had the shit kicked out of him for 242 chapters. I think it's fair. I really do. I think he should be able to have this kind of ending, and I will fight anybody who says otherwise.
Oh, neat. In this timeline, Rize is still a Soviet puppet. Menoru is still alive. Aki is still alive. The prophecy of Nostradamus probably doesn't happen. Maybe. The reception seems to be. Now we wait for Chainsaw Man Modular. It seems to be mostly positive.
Yeah, because it's a positive chapter.
Even
that weird chicken devil survived.
Bucky,
that's the one.
How dare you not remember his name?
Because he's in like 3 pages.
He's a chicken. He goes buck buck. His name's Bucky.
Fujimoto humor for you.
That honestly the only reason I remember because it's
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I mean, like from what I said before, like if the that author comment is 100% true, he attained that ending
Yeah. Look, I think that
that he
comment
wanted.
was meant for part one. I would
Oh
say
no, it
that
was. But I don't. You don't get that with part one. There's no way that because part one was so well crafted. You don't get that kind of wasn't everything pretty meaningless aftertaste. Like that was a real part one was a really well contained what
Well, if he had left it at part one and didn't do part two, and it was just like last page, Denji goes to school, like it, that would have left you with a. Well, that was all a bit silly, wasn't it?
no well okay what I feel like people are getting really hung up on is like it being a whole dream sort of thing. Um, all of the events of part one and part two that happened, all of that was meaningless. What the fuck was the point of us sitting through all that? And I think what people are missing, which is something that I really love about Brandon Sanderson, has gone to say that people seem to forget that stories aren't necessarily meant to ask and answer questions for you. Sometimes they just need to ask you hard questions about yourself, about the world, and just let that question linger for you to ruminate on. And even though everything that happened in part one and part two no longer means anything for the characters, you still sat there and you experienced it, and you had to sit there with some of those hard questions that were reflective of Denji and his character, and like some of the other characters. It's mostly Denji though. So no, even though all of that is meaningless for the character, it's not meaningless to the story.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't one of those I just woke up from a dream scenarios, because that's not what happened. Even though he states that at the start, you and I know that's not what happened, because we've read the other 242 chapters.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that there's. I was actually going to mention that because that's a very different illustration to the previous panels. And I don't care.
Get why. Also, I do understand why he couldn't have a romantic conclusion with these two, because he's very clearly not in school and she very clearly is. Kind of would have been a bit like the ick factor there. I mean, with Denji, he's mentally fucking 14. But all throughout this final chapter, like you said, he seems to be depicted a lot more, I hesitate to say mature, but older.
Yeah. He comes across like he's been through some shit versus the younger version of him that's been through some shit.
I don't know. I just really want to know what, like, the decisions that were made in this chapter. Why this and why not that? Why this and why not that?
That's for you to decide.
No. Where's Kobeni? Yeah. Fuck. Just having Kobeni having escorting Naruto around would have been great. Shit, just having Kobeni and Aki being the ones there with Naita. Fine.
And don't you think he's pandered to the fans enough?
No.
Make your own fanfic.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Which I can guarantee you, we'll see some. This is my ending, my version cropping up.
I mean, there's nothing stopping him from doing one shots if he so chooses. Like, it's pretty open ended. I don't think that there's going to be a continuation, but there's definitely room there for it if he wants.
Just for funsies.
But let's be real. He's been in this universe with these characters for nigh on a decade at this point. And I don't know if he wants to play with these toys anymore.
I think I would be pretty tired of it by now. So I understand his desire to get away from this universe and get back to writing Mad. Because, I'm sure that's him, right?
For a second, I was like, "The fuck is he talking about?" Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, rumors, right?
You've got me a couple of times tonight.
It's because you're tired.
Yeah.
And I just keep throwing shit at you. That's completely out of context. I don't have a lot to say about this chapter because it's everything that I wanted. I was not at the slightest bit unhappy with it. I'm like the timing, the character placements, and all that sort of stuff's a little bit janky, but I think it's purposely janky to make people talk about it. Because how boring would it be if you just ended a series and nobody talked about it? That'd be so fucking boring. Whereas this has got people fired up. It's got people talking and arguing. So it's good. It's a good ending.
All right. If you've got nothing else to say, I feel like I've voiced all of my shit about it. I just found a really massive crackpot theory that I want to read out to you.
1 second.
Which I kind of don't. I kind of don't hate. So this is kind of like the whole thing that I mentioned, I think, a couple weeks back, with like the whole universal loop that like Perchita will come back into existence at some point. Things will run their course again. He'll eat a bunch of things to the point where the universe / the world won't work anymore, and he will basically have to erase himself out of existence for a net reset. However, this one extrapolates on that a little bit further, insinuating that Denji is his own father. Let me go on. You can see you being like, the fuck are you talking about? Perchita eats himself at the end of the world every time, making a literal and metaphorical cycle for Denji to be stuck in. Denji's father is an addict, looks like Denji, hurts others with his addiction. I killed my father, but his dad's death was called a suicide. In other words, Denji is his father and is stuck in a time loop, always looking for his vice because his usual one, being Chainsaw Man, is gone for good. Perchita is reborn in every loop somehow to find Denji again and complete the cycle. Devils have been getting reborn since before the invention of chainsaws, but since the beginning of time, devils have heard the rev of a chainsaw every time they're reborn. Perchita is somehow crucial to the universe, so with his death, everything resets. Dumb theory, but I low-key, I don't know what that means. FW it? Fuck with it. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb theory.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun.
That's got more
Oh,
plot holes than this
oh,
ending.
actually, someone pointed out that this would make a perpetual motion machine, which theory confirmed, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he means.
No.
It's yeah, there's a lot of lore to unpack with this
Yeah.
series because there is no laws.
Yeah.
There's no rules at all the way through.
Also,
He just makes
I
up
really
shit.
would fucking like to know what the fuck Perchita was the devil of. Fuck you, Fujimoto. Fucking
It's
fuck you.
called, as you know full well, it's called a plot device.
Yeah.
He was the devil of plot device. He needed something. He needed something that could break the story at any given moment without description of why or how. The fact that he could consume devils, which would then affect the entire planet, like what the fuck is that the devil of? Nothing. It's just made up shit.
Oh.
Which is fine. It's fine to be just made up shit. It's a comic book. Just let it be. He's not trying to like connect everything together with markers and red string.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
Part 3 confirmed.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Almost like if you connect this line with this one and you times it by 3 and divide it by 82, you actually get the answer to what you're looking for. It's
You know what's funny?
yeah.
The funniest part
People
about that?
what
Villain
yeah,
Saga season 3 confirmed.
yeah, people are just fucking with it, which is great. I think there's more celebration than negativity online. I think a lot of the
yeah.
YouTube anime boys
Honestly,
are just having a whinge because they don't understand it.
that or it's just rage bait.
Yeah, get those numbers up.
Yeah, piss everyone off. Get some engagement on the video through comments. I get it, but yeah, I don't. That was the only one that I kind of really saw. I mean, there was only that one video and then a bunch of shorts.
Yeah,
and yeah, eh, I want to reiterate again. I don't necessarily think a bad ending negates everything else.
even if it was a bad ending.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I feel like it could have been extrapolated just a smidge.
No, that's you. That's your job.
Yeah, that's me. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that, like I said, that chainsaw was well and truly out of gas, and he was done 30 chapters ago.
Like he just threw all the pictures on the ground and just went, "You guys sort that shit out," and just walked off. He's just given the editor a series of pages and loose panels and just gone, "You make something out of this. I'm gonna go and levitate."
Fuck my fan base. I fuck you. Fuck it. I quit.
Yeah. I'm now no longer Fujimoto. I'm gonna rename
Be
myself
Fujimoto's sister.
I am now 10 years old. Oh man, he's done some wild stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
But all in
Yeah.
all, I'm always going to recommend the series to people. I don't think I don't think I would not recommend it based on an ending. Actually, there's nothing I would not recommend because of the ending.
Yeah, I mean, even if the ending was dog shit, you'd be like, dude, check this out. Amazing. Ending's a little meh.
Yeah. Yeah, but you get over it.
Yeah.
You can get past it. It's about the journey.
The real Chainsaw Man was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, you see? Except for the ones that didn't show up in the last chapter.
I feel like the only reason he included power was because otherwise Denji would be fucking dead.
Yeah, and it would just be boring. Like, power
Yeah.
always lightened the mood and made things smoother and more fun.
Yeah.
And part 2 was at a detriment because it didn't have that light flexibility, and it tried to introduce characters in to take that mantle, but none of them were just stupid, like
Yeah.
proper stupid.
And he
Which is
couldn't
what power was.
really do it again because otherwise it was just gonna be another power
Yeah,
without being power.
yeah. And Denji without power is just a sad boy.
Yeah.
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 Denji without power or Aki is an even sadder boy.
I wonder, yeah, like the share instead.
Sure.
Like this here gives me a bit of an implication that somewhere deep in the lizard brain there may be memories similar to how Makima remembered.
Nah, I think it's just Fujimoto fucking with
You
you.
reckon it's just a throwaway line?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just for funsies.
I mean, if anyone's gonna remember, it's gonna be Denji.
It was the reason. I think the reason he did it is because he wanted people to go, "Oh, she remembers. They're gonna fall in love and live a happy life because she remembers the past, and they're gonna reconnect." And he's just like, "Nah."
Oh no!
Suck it.
Like for me, straight up, I was like, oh no, the only reason she's calling him that is because he was literally fighting with a chainsaw.
Yeah, with the chainsaw.
But the him side of it, the him doing the bump, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, yeah, having his heart in the shape of a little Pochita, I think was designed to just throw people.
You have heart thump disease. I know
Yeah.
because I have medical knowledge. God, you're a fucking idiot.
He just fucking he dropped back into writing her like he'd never stopped. It was so on point all the way
That's
through.
because I think he is power. Out of any other character, I think he is power.
In the end, he has the most fun writing her, which makes sense because she's stupid and fun and ridiculous.
Whoa, what is going on with her eye there?
Oh, it's just a mistake.
This one right here.
Yeah. The O.
Yeah, the O eye.
Yeah. Yeah, something weird happening there.
It is. It's like completely fucking mismatched.
Yeah, everything's mismatched on that one. Like the hair's in the wrong spot, and he's just like,
That's.
nobody will pay attention to this.
I did. That's got some stink on it, Fuji. What are you doing? Come
Nobody's
on,
looking.
Tusky.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
And then like the lingering on that devil with Bucky is a bit weird as well. I don't know. I don't think there's anything important to it. I just think it's weird.
I think it's the concept of how weird Bucky was.
Yeah.
Like
the chicken devil. Who the fuck's scared of chickens?
Well, there's plenty of people. Have you ever seen those little
Yeah, I know.
fucking psychopaths?
I'm not scared of chickens. I'm scared of roosters. Almost said their other term.
Or their lesser known counterparts, the Velociraptor.
You mean the Mongoliensis?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice little reference there.
Yeah, I think it was just him going, devils can be like that. Like, there's nothing more to it. It's just him going.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, because he never interacted with Perchita, so yeah.
The concept
the coexistence of coexisting devil. Yeah,
because all he's done is he's ever killed them. That's his.
True.
So he's kind of left with this image of us playing with the chicken devil, and him going, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe things aren't as they seem."
What you mean?
Or not all devils could be bad, right?
Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I know. That's what I want. Don't sass me.
Sassing you.
Yeah, one of those background. Yeah. It doesn't look good, actually. I don't like it. Yeah, that's what I want. Don't sass me. Oh, actually, it looks like shit. Never mind.
Let's not do that. Yeah. All in all, if you haven't read Chainsaw Man, read Chainsaw Man. It's good. Even the ending.
Actually, you know what my biggest gripe about this final chapter? And I think you're going to agree. Plot stickers.
Yeah, I did. That really did stand out for me. It did. I read that line and I'm just like, fucking hate that word. It's
just... I saw it. I'm like, Logan's gonna have something to say about that.
Yeah. Like, I had forgotten about it. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's translation, people.
Ooh, actually.
Gyoza.
What do you mean forbidden? Aww.
It's because you live in Australia.
Apparently, I can't make a T-shirt out of that. That sucks.
Forbidden. What, the very last page?
Yeah, it just keeps coming up 4 or 3 forbidden. Weird. Not the last page, second to last.
I shall try.
Benji. Be kind of cool as a shirt. Fuck, he looks tired. That poor kid.
But he's happy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's my VPN. I don't know.
I think it might be your VPN.
It's making it out to you.
Weird, actually. That's bizarre.
Oh, is it not working?
My phone's not.
Ugh. This is what happens. I just get this. Ow.
Yeah, I reckon I got that earlier today. Because I was trying to make a shirt out of something. I can't remember what it was now.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
That hurt as much as you think it did.
Scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
Is that a hiccup?
Yeah. It came out of nowhere. Just
Sure
really
did.
got me. That katsu curry that I made, I actually made it a couple of days ago, and it's been getting spicier
It's been brewing.
over the last a little bit of reflux, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes spicy stuff makes me hiccup.
Was it? Did you? Was it fresh rice or was it a couple of days?
No, the rice was fresh. Just the curry. The curry I made like 2 days ago, and I made like a fuckload of it.
Okay. Okay, it's okay to leave curry, but not rice.
Correct. Because I refrigerated the curry.
Or wouldn't you refrigerate the rice too?
No, I freeze the rice.
I guess you could do that too.
I could have frozen the curry too, but I knew that I was going to eat it over the next couple of days. Ooh, actually, I think I essentially made like 8 servings worth. So really, it's 4 meals worth because it's me and my partner. So.
We've gotten off topic.
Super. Well, no, technically, we've just brought it full circle for anyone that watched both episodes.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you finish Dungeon Crawler Carl yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Polished. Great. It's fantastic. Beautifully paced. A lot of fun.
So much fun.
Just enough to grab onto story-wise. Good stuff.
Yeah. Drip fed a lot of like plot points and stuff to explore later on. It's good.
Yeah, good setup.
Fuzzy Door Productions, the Seth MacFarlane, forgot his name for a moment there. His production studios picked it up like last year. They're literally at the point of deciding whether or not to make it live action or animated. And it could be either, but if it's Seth MacFarlane, I don't really want it to be animated because then it'll be animated like all of his other stuff, and
yeah. Will it though?
Hopefully not.
Like that style does not fit the story whatsoever, so I couldn't imagine why he would do it in that style.
Yeah.
Is it even his style?
Well, it also wouldn't need to be because it wouldn't be like that episodic, massive chunk. They've already got the source material to work with, so theoretically, they wouldn't need to cut costs to do it that way. Anyway, talk about this in a minute. Thank you for joining us for the Chainsaw Man special episode of Read This Way. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Discord, into any forums. Mail us to your pen pal. Just spread the word, really.
That's right. Bathroom walls.